Teddy mentioned MTT. That stands for Michael Tilson Thomas, famed music director of the San Francisco Symphony and the composer of the first track on the American project.
It's called You Come Here Often, and it was inspired by his grandmother, Bessie Tomaszewski. It's one of the 3 pieces that he wrote back when he was before 20, and he's revisiting those pieces, and he just kind of very sneakily giving it to me. Because I just take a look. And then I love the smile he had when I first surprised him with it in a concert. With him, there's always theatrical elements behind it, and I thought it was perfect compliment to Teddy's piece.
MTT even finds his way into the Abrams concerto.
By the way, there is a connection with Michael's music. This whole thing, like that kind of came to me when I was doing MTT's piece called Four Preludes on Playthings of the Wind, especially in the cadenza at the end when it's orchestrated a little differently in the piano part than the beginning. That's a direct quote of that piece. It's sneakily put in there, but the main theme actually is derived from that.
If Gershwin was the spiritual grandfather of the Abrams concerto, MTT was the spiritual father.
I mean, Michael's the reason that I'm sitting here. When I was 9 years old, I went to my very first orchestra concert. It was all Gershwin, San Francisco Symphony, and I'd never been to an orchestra concert before. And within 5 minutes of watching Michael conduct that program, I said, I want to be a conductor. I wrote him a letter and asked for conducting lessons. I went on and on and on. Like, it was a 10-page, very long letter. MTT wrote back this incredible letter, which I have hanging on my wall to this day, because he gave me the advice and the permission to do what I wanted to do, because I dreamed of being a conductor back then, and that's what I'm doing now.
I mean, for me, I know him from the Keeping Score, and he's like the lineage of Bernstein, who is the young people's concert. It's like how I got so much into classical music.
Now this time we're going to be talking about what makes American music sound American.
And music from America had this kind of punch to it. Could be savage or provocative or hugely entertaining. It had a kind of openness.
Leonard Bernstein was actually a mentor to MTT, passing the torch as a leading conductor, composer, and pianist of his era, and a champion of American music, including, of course, Gershwin. I myself had to learn Gershwin's Second Rhapsody a few years back, and it was this MTT recording of the 2 Rhapsodies with the LA Phil that first introduced me to this very underrated piece.
Michael was the one that really brought that piece back to life. Michael worked with Ira Gershwin, not George, they obviously didn't do
That's
that.
crazy. I just love when he's talking about, when I was in this party with Stravinsky and Copland.
He worked with Stravinsky. Yeah. He was the accompanist for Heifetz and Piatigorsky's studio here in LA. I mean, he collaborated with James Brown. You just named Aretha Franklin. Oh yeah, he toured with James Brown. And Michael's relationship to popular music is one that I really admire, because Michael has such a distinctive voice as a composer. I think that's the same thing with Bernstein and Gershwin and Copland, that they've all been able to take American popular sound and be authentic to themselves.
MTT, in turn, has been a mentor to Teddy Abrams, who has that same insatiable desire to share his talent, knowledge, and passion for music, especially American music of all stripes, with everyone around him, including Yuja.
Yeah, I remember playing Gershwin because I think I'm playing with MTT, and then I was like, I don't think I get this thing.
And I remember you were freaking out about wanting to get all the jazzy style and all this stuff. Right. And I watched this overnight, each night that it was like you were in the Matrix, and you'd go through the place where you could download new sound packs, and the next day would be you'd had another 10 years of experience playing jazz. Yeah, it was amazing.
It's like my filter before I play from anywhere. Right. He has a way of letting you see the music.
Oh, and just one more thing about MTT.
Also, I find him extremely good looking.
He always has the best glasses.
Yeah, exactly. They're blue. That's his favorite color.
Damn. The point is, the Abrams Concerto embodies all the values espoused by his mentor and his mentor's mentor. And there's another element in Teddy's All-American Concerto that needs to be mentioned, the elephant in the room. Improv.
Thank you.